welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2019 season. We have been playing this Groudon Ho-Oh team up to now. We kicked off the week with it, and we're going to continue on with it today. Supporting cast of Venusaur, Tapu Koko, Ludicolo and Incineroar. We had a really good match in yesterday's episode, so if you haven't checked that out, the second game was incredible. Ho-Oh really pulling through and showing how good a restricted Pokemon it really is. But we've had a lot of fun with the team so far this week. We've had a few ups and downs, but hopefully we're on the up side of everything now. As always, we'll jump on to the Battle Spot ladder, but as always guys, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the videos, do leave a like down below. It does really help the channel out, it does help the video out as well, and I'd love to hear your comments about the team and the battles afterwards, so leave those down in the comment section and I'll get back to each and every one of you as soon as I'm able to. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. It doesn't, just like that. Japanese player rated 1746, playing a team of Stakataka, Ludicolo, Incineroar, Tapu Koko, Xerneas and Lunala. So that Lunala and Xerneas call there with the double fake out support from the Incineroar, Ludicolo. Tapu Koko going to be there for the terrain support to stop spore abuse, I guess, and things like that. And then the Stakataka is going to be the Trick Room mode for the team. Although there isn't too much that appreciates Trick Room very much, but obviously we need to be very aware of it. It's going to be very threatening. Obviously the Stakataka is something that Ho-Oh doesn't like seeing too much of, so we need to make sure we deal with it as well as we can. Right, what are we going to do? Like, Incineroar is very good for us as a lead. We've got Roar there if we want. It deals with the Lunala pretty nicely as well with the knockoff. I think Koko Incineroar is not bad here, to be honest. With Groudon in the back. Or do we just leave Groudon Venusaur? I mean, Incineroar fake out's not ideal for us at all. But I guess my opponent probably expects that lead to come out. It's probably a combination I want to bring. And maybe want to... Do I want to leave Ho-Oh? I think it's a toss-up between Ho-Oh and Venusaur. I'm kind of tempted to go more Ho-Oh because we've got Tailwind support there, and it just deals with Xerneas a lot better than Venusaur. Like, there's a lot of stuff on my opponent's team that can give Venusaur a really hard time. So I think from that respect it probably is better, maybe, and always bring your restricted Pokemon is better. Let's crank the music up and get into this one. And I'll not forget to put it on in this episode. And we'll lead off with Tapu Koko. It's nice to bring Koko as well. A little bit different. We've not really featured it too much. And we're going to see Koko and Lunala come out for my opponent. There's no fake out on my opponent's side of the field. And we're pretty safe right now. Just to Dazzle and knock off. The Dazzle will break the Shadow Shield ability on that Lunala. And the knockoff will be enough to pick up the KO there. So that is quite nice for us, I think, and we'll do good damage to the opposing Tapu Koko in the process, so that's good. And I'm not even going to think about anything else, I'm just going to go straight for that. Anything comes in on that Lunala slot, like Incineroar, will get the knockoff onto it, get rid of its item, so that's always good. And like I say, we just want to chip that that ability, get rid of it by breaking it. Tapu Koko we're going to protect as well, so I wonder if we see a Tailwind come out here for my opponent. We're going to get the Dazzle though, which is always going to be good to, like I say, break that ability on the Lunala and hopefully allow us to take it down with, we're going to see a Moonbeam Giant come out. Koko, take it down. Yep. But is it going to be a trade for one here? 1 for 1. Yep. So what item did it have? Right, Lunala. Let's see. Choice specs, no doubt it picked up the kill there. So, I think we're pretty free to bring in Groudon now. We can just start chucking out some Precipice Blitz. We've got to be a bit careful with the Koko. Obviously, it could have access to Grass Knot, which wouldn't be ideal for us. Incineroar could come in now for my opponent as well, just to disrupt with Intimidate support. But our big aim now is to get rid of Tapu Koko. We really want to get rid of that thing. Like, majorly, because once we get rid of that, Ho-Oh comes in and has a real easy time against it. The other option, what we could do here, is potentially just go Flare Blitz into Coco and switch Groudon out into like Groudon out to Ho-Oh. I don't see an electric type attack coming into that slot at all, and then just Flare Blitz into the Coco, get some damage off onto it. Because I imagine if you're my opponent, you want to fake out the Groudon. It's so threatening. It can like kill both things on the field as well. So and getting any sort of damage onto the Coco now, like I say, is going to be the big thing. So actually fake out into Incineroar, so that's a nice play, and then the Grass Knot like we expected into Ho-Oh from right. Do we go back into Groudon though? That's the thing now. That's the question. Or do we Tailwind? I think Tailwinding is not a bad play at all. And Tailwinding and Flare Blitzing. And then we get Groudon in with its Choice Band and a Tailwind. Thunder. Oh, it avoids. Okay, it's risky going for that right here, you know. And I know we take a Thunder anyway, but it is very risky for my opponent. Get the Tailwind off. I think that's probably going to lock it for us, really. Get the Flare Blitz into Coco. It's going to be in range for the next turn. We're going to see a knockoff into Ho-Oh. Remove a berry, but we're not too worried right now because we can just go Sacred Fire into the Coco, and we can go knock off into the opposing Incineroar. We could have switched in a Groudon here, to be honest. Yeah, and I think what we'll do the next turn is switch in Groudon. If we don't see the Incineroar going for U-turn, just to get Groudon in and make use of these Tailwind turns. It's not a U-turn. It is a U-turn. We're going to see Xerneas come in for sure now. Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm going to just go for the Sacred Fire again. And I'm going to have to roll into the Xerneas slot. I don't think we'll see Geomancy here, but you never know. We've got to just cover just in case we do see it. Yeah, there's the Incineroar coming in. I'd expect the Xerneas to protect here rather than Geomancy, but it might go for the Geomancy with the Fake Out support the next turn. So there's the Secret Fire, no Protect coming out. It does alright damage. If you can get rid of the Geomancy, oh no, just a Moonblast, okay. I think if this Pox a berry, yeah. Okay. We've got one more turn of Tailwind left. One more turn. I think we need to get Groudon in. We need to get Groudon in now. Hopefully the connection's not gone. It's taking ages to load up. So we'll get Groudon in, get Ho-Oh out. And I'm just going to Flare Blitz again into that Coco slot. And Thunder Mist helped us out massively, but like Thunder out in Sun as well, it's always risky. It's always risky. As long as we don't take a Grass Knot here. There's a Fake Out into Groudon, Flare Blitz. Yeah, we have to beat the Coco. Yeah, I think we're going to be alright now, to be honest. Because this next turn we can just Precipice, get Incineroar out for Ho-Oh. What do we want to? Or do we want to just double attack into the Xerneas, to be honest? I think we just double into the Xerneas, like Precipice and just Flare Blitz. I don't think we need to really go fancy. Because the problem is with switching Incineroar out now into Ho-Oh is then we have Ho-Oh out on the field. And and to make use of the intimidated, the fake out, it means switching Incineroar back in, which is kind of risky, or sacking something, which we really don't want to be doing. So I think this way, and like Ho-Oh can come in and take an attack from Xerneas and still do some stuff. So as long as we hit the precipice here, which we do, we should be fine. So we take down the Incineroar for sure. And I don't know if the Flare Blitz will be enough. It might be. We're not in Sun anymore, and I think we are intimidated, so not quite enough. But the burn, the added burn, salt into the wound, and that isn't enough. But I mean, the game is over now, because that burn's just sealed it for my opponent. Even if we get taken down double here, we can just come in with Ho-Oh, and the burn will take the Xerneas down in the meantime. So yeah, my opponent just forfeits. Very good game to my opponent, and a nice win for us to kickstart the day. So very good, and we'll move on to our next one, and hopefully it's just as exciting as that one. Seeing a lot of Xerneas Lunala at the minute as well. It seems to be quite a popular combination, with the Lunala either being Specs or I don't know, Berry's kind of like interesting on it, but or a Seed as well. It's another interesting item on it. We have done a guide on Lunala, so you can go and check that out if you like. I don't know if I'll remember to link it up there, but you can go and find it on the channel. There are guides to it, so it's a really interesting Pokemon, and one that I'm looking forward to playing on the channel. I think it's probably something that I'll play after this team, to be honest. It's kind of nice to feature things that are more relevant in the format in the minute, like Venusaur and Ho-Oh. I feel like Ho-Oh is just one of those Pokemon that's just gonna do really well. It's so bulky, and you can do a lot of things. So it's nice to feature it. Obviously, we've got other Pokemon like Dustman, Necrozma, Lunala to feature as well. But we've got plenty of time to feature them. We've got plenty of time, and just I don't want to rush through. Just jumping from team to team. It's nice to have a good period of playing some of the restricted combinations. And the thing that I don't want to do is jump from Groudon to Groudon team. So I'll try and break it up. So it's like if we play Groudon, then we might play Kyogre as the next weather setter, or we might play something different as a different weather setter. I don't want to try and keep the teams similar. Try and break them up a bit, so it's a little bit different when we change from team to team. But we've got our next opponent, Damiano from Italy, playing a team of Dialga, Kyogre, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Koko. So all the Tapus here. Well, not all the Tapus, but you know, all the good Tapus. Right, there's going to be Trick Room switch with the Dialga for sure. You've got the Bulu that'll take advantage of that, the Amoonguss that'll take advantage of that, the Incineroar that'll take advantage of that. I wonder if the Kyogre is slower as well, or if it is scarfed to have like a faster mode in the team with the Tapu Koko. We've not got any real way to shut down the Dialga. The Amoonguss Spore is going to be annoying, but I think Venusaur is like really good here, to be honest. It does work against the Bulu, the Koko, the Kyogre. We need to be a bit careful with that Dialga, but I think what I'll do is lead. Do I lead with my... No, I'm not going to lead with Groudon. There's no way I'd do that. It's not good. We'll go Ho-Oh, Venusaur. I think we go Groudon and maybe Incineroar as well. Yeah, let's do that. Like, I'm really thinking about like Ludi there as well, because the double grass is just nice against the Amoonguss if it gets a Trick Room up, because the spores can be annoying, as we've seen already this week. It's just nice having more immunity. And Koko here, I don't know if it's the right mon to bring, so we'll see, we'll see. So I see my opponent lead off with the Incineroar and the Dialga. We probably want to get Venusaur out of here right now. There's always a decent enough switch into... What do we want? Yeah, because I feel like the Fake Out comes out into the Venusaur. We'll probably be able to get a Sacred Fire into the Dialga, which if we can get the burns, always very handy, and get Incineroar in on the Venusaur slot. So we've got at least Fake Out the next turn to give us a bit of room to move around with. And the Intimidate's always nice on the opposing Incineroar as well. Let's take out into Venusaur, yes. Yeah, and then the Signify. So, like I say, hopefully we can get the burn. We do. Okay, that's always helpful on something as bulky as Dialga. There's a Trick Room going up. I feel like the Incineroar probably switches out for Amoonguss now. Kind of makes me want to double in on it with a Brave Bird and a knockoff. Yeah, okay. Incineroar going out. Kyogre coming in. I mean, like, I still don't mind this at all. You probably see the Dialga go for what? An Earth Power into Incineroar, I'd imagine. So what we're going to get rid of? Is it a Berry? Yeah, which is always like super handy. There's a Thunder coming out from Dialga. I'll take this though. Like a champ as well. Look at that, not even 50% damage. Beast. And the Red Bird, yeah, doing good damage there, so that's excellent. And what we can do is switch in Groudon and just go for another knockoff, I think, into the Kyogre, really. And the Kyogre is probably going to lock itself into Origin Pulse here. But without its Berry, it's way less threatening. Way less threatening. And if that Dialga goes for another Thunder, then that just helps us out even more. We underspeed the Kyogre, so it's not quite enough to pick up the KO. The Origin Pulse doesn't miss. It hits both targets, which isn't ideal, but you know, you've got to expect that doing huge damage actually. Critical hit on Groudon, which is not great. And then the Thunder coming into Groudon there, which is, again, like I say, not ideal. We probably want to get Groudon out of here. I think we'll go back into Ho-Oh. And we'll go for another... We go knock off into the Kyogre again, because then if the Incineroar comes in, we can knock off its Berry. Or we could just actually keep... Yeah, we could keep Groudon in now and just go Precipice. And hope that we can take whatever the Dialga throws out at us. Yeah, so Incineroar probably going to come in. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Berry. We might even underspeed Dialga, I doubt it though. We do. Wow, okay. We'll get the Dialga and we'll probably get the Incineroar here as well. Yeah, okay, that's super nice. Super nice. Uber. Yeah, and then the Kyogre comes in now. We can just knock it off, KO it with Incineroar. Switch out Groudon if you really want. Depends on what the last two Pokemon are. Could be Ludicolo. It's my opponent? No, it's Amoonguss. Okay. That makes it a little bit more difficult. We need to stall out these we need to stall out the Trick Room turns, for sure. Okay, Trick Room ends this next turn. We can switch in pretty safely Venusaur here. And I think we just go knock off into the Kyogre. But if I was my opponent, I'd probably Spore into the Incineroar slot. The Kyogre going to protect. But I mean Venusaur can just win this itself now. Okay, Sporing into the Groudon slot, knock off into the Kyogre, Trick Room will end. We'll be able to go for a Grass Knot into the Kyogre and just knock off the Amoonguss. Yep, there's the Rage Powder. It's not really going to affect our Venusaur, unfortunately. Not going to pull in those Grass types because they don't work against Grass types. There's the Grass Knot. Pick up the KO on the Kyogre and we'll get a free knock off into the Amoonguss. Probably get rid of the Berry, I'd imagine. And then another knock off and a Sludge Bomb. Should be enough. It's a Mental Herb. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. Sludge Bomb. And yeah, we'll just go knock off again. And my opponent just forfeit. So very good game to my opponent. And another nice win for ourselves. So, this has been a very successful episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. So 2 wins. And like I say, I felt like things were kind of on a bit of a a bit of an upturn, because like we started well, we had a bit like of a hiccup and then won, and then a hiccup and then win, and then we've actually got like 2 really solid wins there today against like highly rated opponents as well, so that's really nice and showing that the team is doing really good work. So we're getting to grips with how we should be leading, what we should be bringing in games, especially against a lot of the more popular stuff. So and that's always a message that's always going to transition into you guys. You know, when you first pick up a team, first put it together, it's always going to be a little bit of a teething space with between actually getting really effective with the team and learning how it operates. There's always going to be that bumpy road until you get onto the straight and the flat and then start doing really well. So you've got to remember that and not to give up too quickly on ideas, just as a forethought anyway. So thank you as always for tuning in, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode. As always, leave that like, I will keep saying it, but no, leave the like, it does really help. And you know what, I just need to give you all a massive shout out for all the support that you give the channel, because it's absolutely incredible. I know I say this from time and time again and things like that, but I do mean it. The support that you guys give this channel is incredible. The interactions I have with you is amazing. I'm a bit slow sometimes getting back to comments and stuff, but it's just because real life things get in the way, and it makes it a bit awkward. I can't do this full time, unfortunately. I have a full-time job, so making time to do this, and I always do make time to do this, and just getting time to get back to you as quick as I'd like to sometimes doesn't always happen, but that's just one of those things, I guess. Maybe one day I'll be able to do it full time. How good would that be? But you never know. It's very fun though, and I'm still enjoying it, so I'm not going to go anywhere soon. But yeah, just thank you to each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. All members of the good old Flinch squad, and we'll be coming back with Flinch squad stuff and Flinch clothing and stuff very soon. It's been very quiet, and for a good reason. I've been working very hard on a little project with Flinch, so we'll be back bigger than ever very, very soon, so stay tuned to that. And with the announcement of that will be some big giveaways, so I hope you're excited for them. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I'm not going to drag this on any longer. Thank you so much again, and have a great evening. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Leave your likes, leave your comments. Look forward to seeing them, and I will see you for another episode of School of Hard Knocks very soon. So until then, guys, take care and bye-bye.